How to handle toxic people like a Stoic. Have you ever felt drained, frustrated, or powerless after dealing with someone who constantly spreads negativity? Toxic people exist everywhere, at work, in families, even among friends. But here's the truth. They only have power over you if you let them. The ancient Stoics, some of the wisest thinkers in history, believed that true strength isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering ourselves. In this video, I'll share 13 powerful Stoic strategies that will help you stay calm, protect your energy, and transform your mindset when dealing with toxic people. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolbox of mental strategies to handle negativity with grace, strength, and wisdom. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and let's begin. 1. Recognize the threat. Awareness is power. Imagine you are the guardian of a great fortress. Your mind. If you let in destructive forces, your peace is in danger. Awareness is your first shield. Toxic people come in different forms. The critic always finds flaws in you, making you doubt yourself. The manipulator uses guilt, flattery, or threats to control you. The gossip spreads negativity, stirring up conflict. The energy vampire drains your spirit, leaving you emotionally exhausted. Epictetus, a great Stoic thinker, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Toxic people don't have real power over you. It's your reaction that decides their impact. Stoic strategy. The next time someone tries to drag you down, pause and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? If not, let it go. 2. Fortify your walls. Protect your peace like a Stoic emperor. Imagine you are Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor of Rome. To rule a vast empire, he needed strength, wisdom, and unwavering discipline. But his greatest power wasn't in his armies. It was in his self-control. Just like Rome had strong walls to keep invaders out, you must build mental walls to protect your peace. These walls are called boundaries. Why are boundaries important? Toxic people try to push into your emotional space, spreading negativity, manipulating, or draining your energy. Without boundaries, they will keep taking until you have nothing left, but you are in control. A strong emperor doesn't let enemies march into his city. Likewise, you must not allow negativity to invade your mind. Step 1. Identify your energy drainers. Before you build walls, you need to know who or what is breaking through them. Ask yourself, do certain friends always bring negativity? Does a co-worker manipulate or guilt trip you? Do family members invade your space with unwanted opinions? If someone makes you feel drained, frustrated, or powerless, that's a sign your walls are weak. Step 2. Set your boundaries clearly. Once you know what drains you, it's time to define your rules. The Stoics believed in clarity, so don't be vague. Weak boundary. I need some space. Strong boundary. I can't talk right now, but I'd be happy to chat later this week. Weak boundary. You're always so negative. Strong boundary. I feel drained when conversations always focus on problems. Let's talk about something uplifting. Be clear, calm, and firm. Think like Marcus Aurelius. Fair but strong. Step 3. Enforce your boundaries without guilt. Setting boundaries is not a one-time event. If people test your limits, stand your ground every time. A shaky wall invites attack. If someone ignores your boundary, remind them calmly. I already mentioned I don't discuss personal matters at work. Reduce interaction if needed. I won't be available for calls in the evenings anymore. Completely step away if necessary. This relationship no longer supports my well-being. This is not about punishing others. It's about protecting yourself. Final thought. Boundaries equals self-respect. The Stoics avoided toxic influences not out of selfishness, but out of wisdom. You are not being mean by setting limits. You are choosing peace over chaos. Your emotional well-being is your fortress. Guard it like a wise ruler, and no emotional invader will break through. Next, become uninteresting to the emotional barbarian. Now that your walls are strong, how do you stop toxic people from even trying? The secret? Become uninteresting to them. Let's explore how. 3. Become uninteresting to the emotional barbarian. The power of being unshakable. Imagine a fierce warrior storming into battle, swinging a sword, searching for a fight. But instead of meeting an opponent, they find a rock, a plain, gray rock. No reaction, no fear, no anger, just stillness. Toxic people are like emotional barbarians. They live for drama, conflict, and control. They push, poke, and provoke, hoping for a reaction. Your emotions are their fuel. But what happens when you refuse to react? When you don't give them the energy they crave? They lose interest. They move on. This is the power of the gray rock method, a simple but powerful technique that makes you uninteresting to toxic people. The secret weapon, emotional stillness. The idea is simple. Don't fight. Don't engage. Don't react. Be as emotionally interesting as a rock, plain, solid, and unmoving. Give neutral, short responses that don't invite further discussion. Let's look at an example. Prohibited toxic person. You'll never be successful. Your work is terrible. White heavy checkmark gray rock response. That's interesting. Then change the subject or walk away. Prohibited toxic person. Why are you ignoring me? Do you even care? White heavy checkmark gray rock response. I hear you. Then keep your focus elsewhere. By refusing to feed their drama, you take away their power over you. Why this works, backed by Stoic wisdom. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "True happiness comes from living in the present, free from fear or hope." Toxic people thrive on making you anxious about the past, the future, or their opinions. But when you refuse to react, you remove their ability to control you. They can throw words like weapons, but if they hit a rock, nothing happens. How to apply the gray rock method in real life. Keycap 1, stay neutral and unreactive. Keep your voice calm, your face neutral, and your word simple. Keycap 2, don't defend or explain. The more you justify yourself, the more they push. Just say, okay, or I see. Keycap 3, keep interactions short. Don't give them extra time or energy. Get to the point and move on. Keycap 4, avoid giving personal information. The less they know, the less they can use against you. Keycap 5, practice emotional control. Breathe deeply. Remind yourself, I do not have to respond. When it gets hard, hold your ground. Some toxic people won't give up easily. They may escalate, test your patience, or guilt trip you. But remember, you are not responsible for their emotions. Stay firm, stay still, stay unshakable. With time, they'll realize they can't get a reaction from you anymore. And when that happens, they will lose interest and move on. Final thought, you are in control. The gray rock method is not about being passive. It's about choosing peace over chaos. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to fix toxic people. You just have to protect your energy and stay grounded. Be like a rock, steady, unshaken, and free. Next, the broken record technique. How to stand your ground without arguing. Now that you've learned how to avoid emotional traps, what if someone keeps pushing and won't take no for an answer? The answer is a broken record technique. A simple way to stand your ground without getting dragged into an argument. Let's dive in. For the broken record technique, the power of calm, unshakable persistence. Imagine a child asking for candy in a grocery store. Can I have candy? You say no. They try again, louder this time. Please, just one piece. You calmly say, no. They beg, cry, try to bargain, but your answer does not change. Eventually, they realize something. No matter what they do, your answer stays the same. This is the broken record technique. A simple but powerful way to stand your ground without getting pulled into arguments, guilt trips, or manipulation. Why this works, the Stoics' unshakable mind. Some people, whether they are friends, co-workers, or even family members, will not respect your boundaries the first time you set them. They might argue. They might try to guilt you. They might even get angry. But just like a wave crashing against a rock, they will fail if you remain firm. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, freedom is the ability to say no without fear, without guilt, without explanation. This is what the broken record technique is all about. Say no, stick to it, repeat if necessary. Do not argue, do not explain, do not engage in emotional games. Stay calm, stay firm, and let them exhaust themselves. How to use the broken record technique in real life. It's simple. Repeat your position over and over without changing it. Small blue diamond toxic friend. Come on, just do this one little favor for me. White heavy check mark you. No, I can't do that. Small blue diamond toxic friend. Why not? It's not a big deal. White heavy check mark you. I understand, but I can't do that. Small blue diamond toxic friend. Wow, I thought you were a good friend. White heavy check mark you. I hear you, but my decision stays the same. Notice what's happening? You are white heavy check mark not arguing. White heavy check mark not explaining. White heavy check mark not getting emotional. White heavy check mark just calmly repeating your boundary. They will get tired before you do. Manipulation tricks and how to defeat them. People who refuse to respect your boundaries will often try these tactics. Keycap won the guilt trip. If you really cared about me, you'd say yes. White heavy check mark your response. I care about you, but my decision stays the same. Keycap 2 the anger attack. Wow, you're so selfish. White heavy check mark your response. I understand you feel that way, but my decision is final. Keycap 3 the fake bargain. Okay, what if you just do it this one time? White heavy check mark your response. No, I can't do that. See the pattern? You stay calm. You don't argue. You don't explain. Just repeat your boundary like a broken record. The hidden power of silence. Sometimes, the best response is no response at all. After stating your boundary 2 or 3 times, just stop engaging. Let them argue with themselves. Let them try and fail to break your decision. The less you say, the more power you hold. A twist, the rock versus the wave. Imagine the ocean waves crashing against a massive rock. The water is strong. It crashes with force, again and again. But what happens? The rock does not move. No matter how loud or persistent someone is, you must be the rock. They push. You stay firm. They argue. You stay calm. They try every trick. You don't change. Eventually, they will give up and move on. Final thought. Protect your peace. The broken record technique is not about being rude. It's about being free. Free from emotional manipulation. Free from pressure and guilt. Free to make your own choices without apology. Use this technique to take back control of your life. Stand firm. Stay calm. Be the rock. Next, don't take the bait. How to stop toxic people from controlling your emotions. Now that you know how to say a no and make it stick, what happens when someone tries to provoke you into reacting? That's where don't take the bait comes in. A powerful way to stop toxic people from pulling you into drama. Let's dive in. Don't take the bait. The power of emotional control. Introduction. The fishing trap. Imagine walking by a lake. A fisherman sits quietly, his fishing rod in the water. He has one goal, to catch something. How does he do it? He baits the hook. Now imagine that instead of fish, the fisherman is someone in your life. A friend, a co-worker, a toxic family member. And the bait is negativity. Maybe it's an insult. Maybe it's a guilt trip. Maybe it's a passive-aggressive comment meant to provoke you. If you bite, they win. But what if you didn't take the bait? What if you simply swam away? Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. The Stoic secret, mastering indifference. In the world of Stoic philosophy, there's a concept called indifference, but this is not the same as not caring. Small blue diamond apathy means you feel nothing. Small blue diamond indifference means you see everything clearly, but you do not let it control you. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, understood something powerful. You cannot control what others do, but you can control how you react. Let's apply this to real life. Story 1. The angry boss. Imagine you're at work. Your boss had a bad morning. Maybe their coffee spilled. Maybe they had an argument at home. Now, they're throwing their frustration at you. Why is this report late? You always make mistakes. Can you do anything right? At that moment, you have two choices. Choice one, you take the bait. You get defensive. You argue back. You carry the negativity with you for the rest of the day. Choice two, you stay indifferent. You see the bait, but you don't react emotionally. You answer calmly. I understand your concern. I'll take care of it. You protect your peace. The Stoic response is not about ignoring problems. It's about not letting external negativity pull you down. How? Toxic people trap you. Some people thrive on drama. They poke and provoke to see how you react. They feed off your anger, frustration, or sadness. The more you engage, the more power they have. Small blue diamond, a manipulative friend. Wow! So you're ignoring me now? Small blue diamond, a jealous co-worker. Must be nice to always get special treatment. Small blue diamond, a toxic family member. If you really love me, you'd do this for me. Do you see the bait? And what happens when you refuse to take it? Story 2, the unshakable mountain. Imagine someone throwing rocks at a mountain. No matter how many rocks they throw, does the mountain move? No. It stands calm, strong, and unshaken. Now imagine that mountain is you. Someone insults you? You don't react. Someone tries to make you feel guilty? You stay firm. Someone tries to pull you into an argument? You refuse to engage. They might throw bigger rocks, but you remain the mountain. The power of silence. When words have no power, toxic people want a reaction. If you don't react, their power fades. Let's say someone calls you a terrible name. Small blue diamond, expected response. Anger, yelling back, arguing. Small blue diamond, unexpected response. Silence, a calm nod. Walking away. Silence is power. It tells them, you are in control. They cannot shake you. You refuse to play their game. Exercise. Training your mind to stay unshaken. Keycap 1, pause before reacting. When someone tries to provoke you, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Keycap 2, label the bait. When you recognize manipulation, name it in your mind. This is a guilt trip. This is an attempt to control me. I will not take the bait. Keycap 3, respond with calmness. Instead of reacting emotionally, respond logically. Keep your voice steady. Use short, firm answers. Example, toxic person, you're being selfish. I understand that's how you feel. No argument, no explanation, just peace. The test, handling the escalation. Here's the truth. At first, they will push harder. They will try new insults. They will try to guilt you even more. They will get louder. Why? Because they want to see if you'll break. But if you stay calm, they eventually stop. Just like a fisherman giving up when the fish don't bite, they will move on. Final thought. Be the master of your emotions. Your emotions belong to you. No one can make you angry unless you allow them. No one can control your feelings unless you give them permission. The next time someone tries to bait you into negativity, remember, small blue diamond, you are the mountain. Small blue diamond, you are the calm in the storm. Small blue diamond, you hold the power. Not them. Closing, your life, your choice. From today forward, commit to emotional freedom. The world is full of fishermen casting bait, but you don't have to bite. Instead, protect your peace. Stay calm. Stay in control. Because true power is not reacting at all. Now, are you ready for the next step? Let's talk about the art of the non-reaction. 7. Limit your exposure. Imagine your mind as a great fortress, strong and well-guarded. You have built high walls to protect your peace, yet even the most fortified walls cannot block out every storm. Negative people, like relentless invaders, may still find ways to creep into your life, seeking to disturb your inner calm. This is where the wisdom of the Stoics becomes your greatest weapon. Control what you can control. You may not be able to change how toxic people behave, but you can control how much time and energy you give them. Build boundaries like a Stoic warrior. A wise general never marches into an unnecessary battle. Likewise, a wise person does not expose themselves to constant negativity when they have the power to avoid it. If possible, physically distance yourself from toxic individuals. Can you skip that draining conversation? Can you excuse yourself from a toxic gathering? You are not being rude. You are protecting your well-being. However, some toxic individuals may be unavoidable. They might be family, colleagues, or people you interact with daily. In these cases, emotional distance is just as powerful as physical distance. You do not need to let their negativity invade your mind. The power of mental detachment. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. You cannot control what others say or do, but you can control how much influence you allow them to have over your emotions. When someone around you is complaining, instead of absorbing their negativity, reframe the situation. Instead of thinking, "Why are they always so negative?" say to yourself, "They must be having a hard time. I won't let their storm become mine." This shift in perspective frees you. Instead of reacting, you observe. Instead of engaging, you remain calm. Their negativity no longer has power over you. Guard your inner peace like a treasure. Think of your energy like a limited resource. Would you give your precious time to someone who only drains you, just as you wouldn't pour water into a leaking cup? Don't pour your attention into toxic conversations. Instead, focus on what uplifts you, your passions, your work, your growth. Surround yourself with positive influences. When you limit exposure to toxicity, you create space for joy, peace, and strength to grow within you. And remember, protecting your peace is not weakness. It is wisdom. 8. Build your support system. Picture a warrior standing tall, unshaken by the winds of negativity. Their strength doesn't come from fighting alone. It comes from the powerful allies by their side. No matter how resilient you are, having a strong support system is one of the greatest tools for inner peace. The strength of a Stoic phalanx. In ancient battle formations, soldiers stood shoulder to shoulder, their shields overlapping to form an impenetrable defense. This was called a phalanx, and it made them nearly invincible. Your support system is your personal phalanx. It is made up of friends, mentors, and loved ones who uplift you, remind you of your worth, and keep you focused on what truly matters. The Stoic philosopher Seneca believed that we should surround ourselves with people who reflect the values we wish to cultivate. Ask yourself, do the people around you inspire growth? Do they challenge you to become better? Do they remind you of your inner strength when times get tough? If the answer is yes, you have found your phalanx. If not, it's time to build one. Finding and strengthening your support system. How do you find and nurture strong, positive relationships? 1. Invest in meaningful connections. Spend time with those who bring out the best in you. Have deep conversations. Share your struggles and victories. 2. Seek out like-minded communities. Join groups that align with your values. Whether at a philosophy club, a creative circle, or an online community, surround yourself with people who push you toward growth. 3. Show gratitude. Relationships thrive on appreciation. Let the people in your life know how much you value them. A simple, "Thank you for being here for me," can strengthen bonds in powerful ways. Why a support system is life-changing. Toxic people drain you. Supportive people recharge you. When life feels overwhelming, your support system reminds you, you are not alone. You are capable. You have the strength to overcome any challenge. Your phalanx of positivity becomes your shield against negativity. It ensures that your inner peace remains unshaken, no matter what storms may come. Your next step, choosing strength over drama. At every moment, life offers you two choices: react to negativity or rise above it. By practicing Stoic wisdom, you take control of your mind, your energy, and your life. Refuse to take the bait. Don't let toxic people pull you into their drama. Master the art of non-reaction. Silence and self-control are your greatest strengths. Limit your exposure. Protect your peace by choosing where your energy goes. Build a powerful support system. Surround yourself with people who make you stronger. Each step you take transforms you. You become calmer, wiser, and unshaken by the chaos around you. Your greatest power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. And that, my friend, is the ultimate freedom. 9. Prioritize self-care. Protect your energy like a warrior. Imagine you're a warrior on a battlefield. Every day, you face challenges, negativity, and emotional attacks from people around you. Some people drain your energy. Some bring chaos, and some try to pull you into their storms. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you keep fighting? Self-care is your armor. Your energy is like a sword. It must be sharpened and protected. You wouldn't walk into battle with a dull blade, would you? Then why go through life exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed? The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed in strengthening the mind and body. Just like a warrior prepares for battle, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. It's how you build resilience. Protect your peace and stay strong against life's challenges. How to build your armor with self-care. 1. Find what brings you joy. What activities recharge you? Maybe it's running, painting, writing, or even just sitting in silence. Do more what makes you feel alive. Like a blacksmith sharpening a blade, these activities refine your spirit and keep you strong. 2. Practice Stoic meditation. The Stoics believed in daily reflection. Take 5 minutes each morning to clear your mind. Focus on your breath. Let go of negativity. Picture yourself as an unshakable mountain, calm, steady, and untouched by the storms around you. 3. Spend time in nature. Nature heals. The Stoics saw it as a way to reconnect with reality. Go for a walk. Watch the sunrise. Feel the wind on your face. Nature teaches us patience and perspective. It reminds us that no storm lasts forever. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. 4. Listen to your body. Your body speaks to you. Are you always tired, stressed, irritated? That's your body asking for rest. Don't wait until you're completely drained. Make self-care a daily habit. Sleep well. Eat nourishing food. Take breaks. A warrior doesn't wait until their armor is broken before fixing it. 5. Set boundaries like a fortress wall. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. If someone constantly drains you, step back. Protect your peace. Say no when needed. Your time and energy are valuable. Don't give them away freely. Why this matters. Imagine a warrior stepping onto battlefield, exhausted and weak. How can they fight? How can they protect what matters? The same goes for you. Without self-care, you become vulnerable. But when you take care of yourself, you build an unbreakable shield. Self-care is not a luxury. It's survival. It's the key to standing strong, staying focused, and leading a powerful life. So, from today onward, treat yourself like the warrior you are. Protect your energy. Strengthen your mind. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your life. 10. Remember, it's not about you. Let go of their chaos. Picture this. You're walking outside and a storm suddenly hits. The sky turns dark. The wind howls. Rain pours down. You can't stop the storm, but you can decide whether to run, stand still, or find shelter. Toxic people are like storms. They bring negativity, chaos, and drama. But here's the truth. Their storm is not yours. Why? People spread negativity. When people lash out, criticize, or insult, it's rarely about you. It's about them. It's their fears, insecurities, and wounds spilling over. The Stoics had a powerful concept for this. Proheresis, the idea that you control your own mind, but not the minds of others. Let's say someone insults you. Your first reaction might be anger or hurt, but stop and ask, is this really about me? Most of the time, it's not. A boss who yells? Maybe they're overwhelmed. A friend who suddenly ignores you? Maybe they're struggling with their own issues. A stranger who's rude? Maybe they had a terrible day. You are not the problem. Their behavior is a reflection of them, not you. How to stay unshaken. 1. See through the storm. When someone acts negatively, don't take it personally. Imagine a shield in front of you. Their words hit the shield and fall to the ground. You don't absorb them. You stay calm and unaffected. 2. Be an observer, not a target. Think of yourself as a scientist. Instead of reacting emotionally, observe. Why is this person acting this way? What might be causing their behavior? When you analyze instead of react, you gain control. 3. Refuse to carry their burden. If someone throws their anger at you, you don't have to catch it. Let it drop. You don't have to engage in arguments, defend yourself, or fix them. Your peace is worth more than proving a point. 4. Remember, the sun is always shining. Just because a storm covers the sky doesn't mean the sun isn't there. In the same way, negativity may cloud your day, but beneath it, your peace still exists. Don't let temporary storms shake your foundation. A life-changing mindset shift. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." This means that nothing can truly upset you unless you let it. You have the power to remain steady no matter what storms come your way. Final thought. Imagine two warriors. One gets angry and reacts to every insult, every criticism, every attack. The other stays calm, focused, and unshaken. Which one wins the battle? 11. Don't try to fix them. You are not their savior. Imagine you're standing by a river. You see someone struggling in the water, splashing around, yelling for help. Your first instinct? Jump in and save them. But what if you can't swim? What if they pull you under with them? This is what happens when you try to fix toxic people. You want to help. You want to pull them out of their chaos. But instead, you end up drowning in their problems. You can't heal someone who won't help themselves. Some people don't want to change. They don't want advice, solutions, or a way out. They want attention, control, or someone to blame. You can offer them a rope, but if they don't grab it, what more can you do? Stoicism teaches us one simple truth. You can't control other people, only yourself. You can't force someone to see their toxic behaviors. You can't make them want to change. You can't carry their burdens for them. And when you try, you exhaust yourself. You burn out. You trade your own peace for their endless chaos. The garden of your mind. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden. You plant flowers of peace, wisdom, and self-control. But every time you try to fix a toxic person, it's like letting weeds grow in your garden. You spend all your time pulling out their weeds instead of tending to your flowers. And what happens? Your garden suffers. What can you do instead? 1. Be a guide, not a fixer. You can't walk their path for them, but you can show them the way. Recommend a good book. Suggest therapy. Share words of wisdom. But leave the choice to them. 2. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves your time. If helping them costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Set boundaries. Know when to step back. 3. Lead by example. The best way to inspire change is to live it. Show them what inner peace looks like. Be the calm in their storm. Some may follow, others won't. Either way, you stay strong. 4. Let go without guilt. You are not their savior. You are not responsible for fixing them. Their life is their responsibility. Let them walk their own journey while you focus on yours. Final thought. A drowning person can only be saved if they stop fighting and allow themselves to be helped. Some never do, and that's not your burden to carry. Let them go. Choose peace over exhaustion. Choose yourself. 12. When to walk away. Guard your peace like a king. Imagine you own a castle. High walls, strong gates, peaceful gardens inside. But outside, there's chaos. People trying to storm in, steal your peace, drag you into their battles. What do? You close the gates. You walk away from what threatens your peace. Not everyone deserves a place in your life. Some relationships are like poison. They drain you, stress you, and make you doubt yourself. But because of history, guilt, or obligation, you stay. The truth? You have the right to leave. You don't owe anyone endless suffering. Signs it's time to walk away. 1. They constantly bring negativity. Every conversation feels heavy. They complain, criticize, or drain your energy. If someone darkens your world, every time they enter, shut the door. 2. Your mental health is suffering. You feel anxious, stressed, or exhausted after being around them. If a relationship makes you feel worse, not better, it's not worth keeping. 3. You've tried everything. You set boundaries. You communicated. You gave chances. but nothing changed. If effort isn't met with effort, stop trying, for they show no respect. If someone constantly disrespects you, belittles you, or ignores your needs, why keep them in your life? You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Walking away is not weakness, it's strength. The Stoics believe that inner peace is the highest goal. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. When you walk away, you're not giving up. You're choosing yourself. You're saying, I refuse to be part of this toxic cycle. I deserve relationships that uplift me, not drain me. I choose peace over pain. How to walk away with strength. 1. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There will never be a perfect time to leave. The longer you wait, the more you suffer. 2. No need for drama. Walking away doesn't have to be loud. You don't need to argue, explain, or justify. Just step back quietly and firmly. 3. Replace the toxicity with growth. Once you walk away, fill that space with things that nourish you. Good relationships, personal growth, new experiences. 4. Accept what you cannot control. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control others, only our reactions. You can't make someone respect you, but you can choose to remove yourself from disrespect. Final thought, your peace is a treasure. Don't let just anyone have access to it. Walk away from what doesn't serve you. Guard your inner world like a king protects his castle. Forgiving yourself, your path to inner peace and strength. Introduction, your journey begins. Imagine you are about to start a long and exciting journey. You're filled with hopes, dreams, and goals. But there's a problem. You're carrying a heavy backpack. This isn't a backpack filled with clothes or tools. It's filled with anger, resentment, and hurt. The weight of it is slowing you down, making the path ahead feel harder than it should be. This backpack is filled with the negative emotions that you've been holding on to from someone who hurt you. Every step you take is harder because you're dragging this emotional weight. But what if you could let it go? What if you could lighten your load? Why forgiveness is for you. Here's the powerful truth. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for you. Holding on to anger or pain doesn't hurt the person who wronged you. It only hurts you. It keeps you stuck in the past, and it prevents you from moving forward in life. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who believed in controlling what's within our power, taught that we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our reactions, and our actions. You can't change what someone else did, but you can change how you respond to it. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did is okay. It's about releasing the negative emotions that hold you prisoner. By forgiving, you take control of your own mind and emotions, and you free yourself from the chains of anger and bitterness. The power of letting go. When you forgive, you're letting go of the heavy backpack that's been slowing you down. You're choosing to move forward lighter and stronger. But how do you start? Here's the first step. Acknowledge your feelings. If you're angry, hurt, or upset, it's okay. Recognize it. The Stoics believe that before you can change, you must be honest about what's inside. Pretending you don't feel hurt only makes it worse. Feel your feelings, but don't let them control you. Forgiving yourself, the first step to freedom. Forgiving yourself is often the hardest part. Maybe you blame yourself for trusting that person or staying in the situation too long. You might think, if only I had known better, if only I had done something differently. But here's the truth. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall, but you don't yell at them or blame them. You encourage them to get up and try again. Be kind to yourself. Forgiveness is not about beating yourself up. It's about recognizing that you can always learn and grow from any experience, no matter how painful. Breaking the cycle of negativity. Holding on to anger is like being trapped in a prison that you built yourself. The toxic person has left, but the pain remains. When you keep holding on to that hurt, you're letting them continue to affect your life. Even though they're gone, their actions still control your emotions and your happiness. But you don't have to stay in that prison. Forgiving yourself is the key to breaking free. Forgiveness is a doorway to freedom. Freedom from the past, freedom from the negativity that holds you back. How to start forgiving, practical steps. Forgiveness is a process. It doesn't happen all at once, but you can begin today. Here are a few steps to help you start. 1. Recognize your feelings, acknowledge what you're feeling. If you're angry, hurt, or sad, admit it. You can't heal unless you face your emotions. Let yourself feel what you feel without judgment. 2. Shift your perspective. Try to understand the situation from a different angle. Was the other person acting out their own pain or fear? This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it helps you see that there might be more to the story. When you shift your perspective, it becomes easier to forgive. 3. Practice self-compassion. Think about how you would treat a friend who is going through the same thing. Would you be kind? Would you encourage them to forgive themselves? Treat yourself the same way. Be gentle with your own heart. 4. Focus on your own growth. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself so you can grow. When you let go of resentment, you make room for healing. You make room for peace. Your future is waiting, and it's brighter when you're not weighed down by the past. The gift of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just a release from anger. It's a gift you give to yourself. By forgiving, you make space for new opportunities, new growth, and new peace. Letting go of negativity is like clearing a path for a better future. Imagine your journey ahead. You're walking freely, your backpack is light, and your heart feels full of strength and hope. With every step, you feel more powerful, more peaceful, and more in control. Conclusion: a life worth fighting for. Life is a journey, and it's too short to carry the heavy weight of bitterness and anger. When you forgive, you reclaim your power. You become the hero of your own story, stronger, more resilient, and at peace. So, take a deep breath, drop the emotional baggage, and step forward with a heart full of light and a mind full of possibilities. The life you deserve is waiting for you, and it starts with forgiveness. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Also, turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next one.